Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. So today we're gonna cover one of the most popular decks currently, which is Jinx Ekko. Now this combination kind of started popping up about a couple months ago after Jinx got her buff, where now she makes a rocket in the beginning. I don't think there's anybody that can tell you that Jinx is not one of the strongest champions in the game. She is by far one of the strongest champions in the game, especially now with like the Atra and the Bane nerf. It makes it even more powerful because she starts having a 1 mana decimate while also drawing you 2 cards and creating a 1 mana decimate every single turn. That also clears the opponent's board because does 1 damage to other units. Like, this card is absolutely busted. What's holding her back, to be honest, is the fact that you have to like discard your hand and you have to kind of manage that, right? Otherwise, this would be like absolutely crazy. Now, there's various Jinx decks running around, like Lulu Jinx, Draven Jinx, and there's also this Ekko Jinx, which is pretty much Ekko Cillian, but replacing Cillian with Jinx and some get excited so that we can actually level up the Jinx and kind of getting value from the card from Jinx that way. The idea with the deck might sound a little counterintuitive because obviously, you know, when you have Ekko, you're creating a lot of time tricks and predicting a lot and potentially having multiple cards in your hand. But really, this deck wins by having one or the other champion enabled, right? So sometimes you win through Ekko, sometimes you win through Jinx. Very rarely do you actually have both on the field. The idea is that both of these champions are so powerful that the opponent has to spend time dealing with one or the other, but has a much harder time actually dealing with both if you start top decking them over and over again. This deck also plays a lot of cheap units and a lot of cheap spells, which means that it can actually be really easy to get Jinx to be leveled up. Really, the only expensive things you have to worry about that can be a little bit awkward are like Push to the Risen, Rider Negation, or Echoes in your hand that might prevent you from leveling up Jinx right away. The deck is very solid. It's like a pretty interesting way of playing. I wouldn't even call it like an aggro deck. I feel like it's obviously more like a combo slash mid-range deck, but it's a nice, interesting way of playing Jinx compared to just going slam aggro to the face like Lulu and Draven does. We also obviously do get access to Rider Negation and even the Absorber, which can allow us to protect the Jinx against the removal. We get some really cool way to burn the opponent's Nexus with like Headside Crystals, for example, while also clearing their board. We have a lot of predicts, which allow us to put our Jinx or our Ekko on top of our deck, increasing the consistency of the deck of getting the Jinx leveled up and enabled. And yeah, it's a lot of like interesting stuff. Honestly, this deck, in my opinion, is very hard to play correctly because you have to know the deck very well to understand what to choose in the predicts and when to tap out of certain answers and when to go all in. So I'm going to try my best to kind of walk through my plays and kind of decide why I choose different predicts, etc. But even I'm not perfect at this. I think this is one of the hardest decks that I myself struggle with playing efficiently almost every time that I try it out. I had the same problem before when it was Ekko Cillian, that sometimes I would make some very silly misplays on predicting the wrong cards. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the games coming up today, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video for some mulligan tips. In this matchup, we're going against Ekko Sejuani. It's a little bit concerning because a lot of our units are 1 health, right? Like our cat and our Forsaken Bakai. I'm gonna go like this. I like keeping the Ekko. I like the Ancient Preparation. Gives me a 2 health blocker, which I think is the threshold that we want to be at in this matchup. Oh, it's so tempting to pick the cat. It's so tempting to pick the cat because we have a lot of predicts to get to our thing, right? We could also play this Crying Sense now. We have a lot of predicts to get to our crystal is what I'm getting at. If the opponent open attacks here, we just Crying Sense. And now the opponent just messed up on the damage as well. And now they're forced to do something else. Alright. We pass. Don't want to give them the parley or the make a rain value here. I want to play this cat out, but it does mean that we give them like value, right? Okay, let's go cat now, I guess. Let's go cat now. Feral Presence. Okay, at least we know they didn't take something crucial from us, which is good. By playing the cat now, it also means that we get to shuffle our deck, so our Headside Crystal is no longer going to be in the top, in bottom 10, which means that a second Merkin has less of a chance of stealing it. If we play the cat first, then there was a 10% chance that the opponent has stolen our crystal, which felt pretty bad for us. Opponent's taking a really hard look at what they're picking here. That's interesting. We can play Chronomancer, I guess. Probably the best option here. Second Scrying Sands lets me level up Ekko on the next attack. Opponent cool. Okay, it's not gonna be a Make It Rain, it's gonna just be one of those. I mean, one of those tough speakers. We can play Ekko and the Scrying Sands to be able to level up the Ekko. A little bit unfortunate the opponent has a pretty wide board. Two cards left for them though. That's not bad for us. We could also get some favorable trades here and there. Okay, never mind. You know, remember when I said they only had 2 cards left? I lied. Oh, you're gonna give me this. Okay, so we can actually block here. We can block here. And we can block here. And then just go like this. We can even keep the Absolver if we wanted to. Oh. I don't hate the Absolver. I don't hate the Absolver as a way to start setting up like a lethal attack. Obviously, the problem here is that I just put both my cards in range of Make It Rain, and I also destroy the Tentacle, which potentially gives them access to another Tentacle. Being able to get another Tentacle around the, like, from another Anakaboros. But I think that's better than trying to trade with the 3-3. I guess I could have traded with a 2-1, but I guess it's also fine to do it this way. Yeah, Make It Rain is a little bit unfortunate here. We get the Chrono Break. It's not bad.
Turn it like so.
Do I even want to play this? Do I even want to play this like this, though?
See what I've learned?
I think we do. I think we attack with everything. I think we attack with everything. And if the opponent actually finds a way to kill the Ekko, we can always Chrono Break already, because we top decked it. Just Make It Rain here. That's fine. So we get to trade and then keep the Ekko anyways. Depending on what we get here, I might or might not Chrono Break. Like if we get a second Chrono Break, I might Chrono Break now, knowing that we have the second one in our hand. Otherwise, it's probably going to be Voice of the Risen, right?
Deja vu isn't what it used to be.
Yeah, it's probably always Voice of the Risen now, so that we have good blockers. We can play the Ancient Prep as well and potentially get another value card here. If the opponent has Sejuani, it still allows us to be able to Chrono Break in response to the Sejuani. At most, we probably want to keep the Get Excited maybe. So we can have the Get Excited potentially. And then just Chrono Break, even if we have to discard this Time Trick. And then we're just looking for a Jinx. Sejuani is scary here. Like very scary actually. Because the opponent could have to freeze as well. That is part of the reason why I really wanted... Like I really wanted that Absolver when I was looking at it earlier. Because now the opponent can... Now the opponent could actually have like a Make It Rain or a Parley, right? To freeze us, and that would be a problem because then we lose the Ekko anyways. So if the opponent has like a warning shot, then we're gonna lose the Ekko regardless. I guess if they have it, right? No, I don't want to give it to them because I can always just get it back. I can always get another Time Trick after, or we can just get another Ekko. So we can go like this. If you have the Make It Rain, you have a 25% chance of missing it now. It has to be warning shot if you want to guarantee that this Ekko dies. And it's warning shot. Alright. Wow. That's interesting. I like it. I like it. I like what the opponent did there. I really like what the opponent did there. By not blocking Ekko, they prevent the Chrono Break from actually triggering and giving us value. So the Sejuani is going to lock us down pretty well now. It's a problem in and of itself. We can time trick here. Too many echoes, man. Way too many echoes. I guess we can just draw instead. Maybe we play for the Parallel Convergence draw later. See what we draw first here. See if we get an answer. That's tough. That's tough because it means that the opponent has another way to actually kill our units. The double get excited is not bad. We haven't drawn the Headset Crystal either, have we? Huh. That's a little bit unfortunate. That's a little bit unfortunate. Might have to keep this. Might have to keep this Ekko. We can get excited the Sap to prevent the Sejuani trigger. Oh, what a lucky person. What a lucky person. We get the Absolver, which is not bad. The Parallel Convergence is also interesting. I think I like the Absolver better. I just need to be able to survive long enough. So that's gonna be 2, 3, that's gonna be 4. We have to hope that the opponent has no other warning shot or anything. But we know they have a spell, right? We know they have a spell from here. Wait, that's it?
Nuh-uh.
Alright, if you have double warning shot or something similar, I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take that risk. I don't want to sacrifice a different unit. If you have double warning shot, I'm willing to take this risk. We beat the Make It Rain now. We beat the Make It Rain. An opponent also has a good chance of just outright missing the Make It Rain. The Absolver, so this beats the Make It Rain, the Absolver beats the warning shot.
You poor thing. What's that you got there?
If you don't play anything, I'm playing Absolver first, even if you have a warning shot. Like, if you don't play anything here, I'm playing Absolver right away. And just, you're gonna have to rely that you have your Make It Rain. So we know the opponent has a spell that requires it to be on the stack. Alright, hit me. If it's not warning shot, you lose. If it's not warning shot, you lose. They're digging for the warning shot, I think. They hit the Make It Rain. We top the Dorado Negation, and that should be game. And there we go. Alright. Yeah, the Dorado Negation top deck completely saved us. No, not even gonna lie. But the opponent also got greedy by not blocking the Dorado, the Risen. Voice of the Risen. Because they could have blocked that with their 3-2. They didn't need to block with Sejuani. They only need to do 2 damage, so I don't understand why not block it. Even if you're scared of the Chrono Break. So, GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Sundisk. We might be able to just have enough aggression against them that we might be able to, like, overwhelm them. We even have a leveled up Jinx potentially because of the Get Excited and the Jinx, and also the Feral Prescience is like a -1 card. Ah, why did the draw border come back into my hand? I guess it's fine. We use the draw border as... I have to go for Ekko, right? I think I like the Ekko. I think I like the Ekko, even though technically we don't have a lot of predicts in our hand. I think I want to have both my champions if I can. I'm gonna Feral Presence here. We can play Chronomancer, just try to continue getting more predicts and kind of go from there. The problem with Ekko is that it's gonna slow down my Jinx level up. But I think I'm gonna play Ekko and just bait out the first Rite of Arcane on the Ekko. I'm gonna keep the draw border so that we can play it to eat up one of the Rolling Sands.
Rising sun, sleepy dupes.
That's not a Rolling Sand. Careful Preparation is pretty good now.
We're sure to save Ikathia.
This is 3. Oh wait, we don't want to play that out because we're gonna be able to do it like this. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Ekko out. I'm gonna play the Ekko out. If the opponent has the Rite of Arcane, I'm okay losing the Ekko. I think I have to be okay losing this Ekko. We still get the value from the time trick, from the Chrono Breaks, because we'll level up the Ekko right away. So then they'll put it saves our Jinx. I think having Jinx is gonna be more important than it is to have Ekko. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm overestimating just how much value the Ekko has. Here's another question. Do we attack? Do we attack? I kind of like the Bakai. The Voice of the Risen though is really good, but I like the Bakai because it lets me level up the Jinx, right? We won't level her up next turn, but it will level... Because my concern now is going to be Quicksand, right? If the opponent has Quicksand, the Ekko gets punished here. It's possible. Alright. We still get the time trick though. Maybe it's actually correct not to attack because of that Quicksand value. It's debatable. It's debatable. We can still get Chrono Breaks. We can still get other Quicksand, other time Echoes from here. We play Jinx. We play Pakai. Then we get excited, level up the Jinx. Still have to worry about the Rite of Arcane that might come in eventually. Need to worry about this guy also doing a lot of damage. So the interesting thing about Chrono Break is that I don't know if I like it. It does keep my Jinx alive, but for us to use the Chrono Break, for us to level up Jinx, we have to discard the Chrono Break. What if it's just the Presence? What if it's just the Presence and we just predict again? I guess we can go Ancient Prep. The cat wouldn't have been bad either. Opponent gets to summon this very soon. I need to play this Get Excited out as soon as we can. But I want to level up Jinx when we do. We don't have a Rite of Negation, so we're still very vulnerable to the Rite of Arcane. So, Jinx is going to be 4 this turn. We can play Forsaken Bakai out. I guess we're going to discard, right? Whatever we... This allows us to turbo level the Jinx. Opponent could easily have access to Rite. I want to make sure I level up the Jinx. So I'm going to play Jinx next turn. We get excited as a backup to be able to level her up. Yeah, I think we're gonna go like this, just to make sure that even if the opponent has the Rite of Arcane, we're still in a good enough position that we can beat that we can level up the Jinx and at least get one rocket out of the way. It also means that now any other potential Jinx is going to be much better off for us. I'm going to burn them out instead of trying to go for their units. I don't think I care about any of these units because we have plenty of blockers for them. So I'm going to just try to burn them out instead. This is going to be 15. This is going to be 11. Put someone at 4 turn clock. And they probably don't have Rite of Arcane because they didn't use it on the Ekko before, right? So... This is going to be very interesting. This is going to be very interesting. Yeah, I'm able to block all their units if I need to. We're still at 20 HP. They have to try to kill this Jinx. If we get another Get Excited, then the opponent goes down from a 3-turn clock to a 2-turn clock. They get Serath. Oh, I guess they get a Seer. The fact that they're not playing that out tells me that it's a Seer. Even if it's Serath, we have enough protection. If it's a double Seraph, that's when it gets scary because of the Rite of Arcane. Wow. I don't need to attack with Jinx because I don't want to lose to...
Now it's a party.
Okay. I don't want to lose to another Quicksand, right? I was okay sacrificing the Ekko against the Quicksand, but not into a second one, if I don't need to. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to trigger the Jinx right away. Until we get at least an action. So if the opponent has the Rite of Arcane here, they get value out of it. Opponent attacking like this is okay with me. I'm just gonna block the 5-4 and take the 5. We might just press OK. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say we might just press OK, but I don't think I need to anymore. That's the Chrono Break. Wow. I guess it doesn't matter. We're gonna predict that away, right? Doesn't matter what we pick. We're gonna predict that away because of the Scrying Sense.
Make quick work.
Listen to me.
Yeah, we go like this. I don't feel like using this Chrono Break is the hard part. Oh, it doesn't get summoned because I don't have board space. Like, I think using that Chrono Break is actually gonna be a big deal. I'm gonna go for the Bakai instead. We could have also skipped. Unfortunately, it wasn't a second Jinx, right? It wasn't the Get Excited, so now we're relying on one more draw to actually get us that Get Excited. We get to clear some of the opponent's units at least, but the opponent gets another landmark, which could be a little bit of a problem. That gets the Seer closer to level up. We have to keep as many units as we can so that we're not losing to Seraph. So, let's see. It's gonna depend on whatever we draw on addition to the Bakai. What is the opponent thinking about? Like, if they don't have a way to kill Jinx, I don't see what they're thinking so much about.
Your emperor has returned.
This does let them. This does get them really close to being able to like level up. Oh, there we go. So that's game, right? If you don't have Rite of Negation, then that's game. That's the 2-turn clock that we were talking about. If you don't have Rite of Negation, then this is game. So it has to be Rite of Negation, and even then, we still have plenty of blockers to potentially... Like, you need to have... I guess, okay, so here's the problem. If the opponent has a way to destroy the sarcophagus, they level up the Seraph, right? But they only have enough mana for Seraph here and not for the Sarcophagus as well. Because if they do trigger the Berry Sundays, that's one way that they can stay alive. While also trying to kill the Jinx, because if they trigger the Berry Sundays, they will get a second Seraph. So here's the problem now. If they have a way, like I said, if they have a way to trigger the Sarcophagus, they get the second Seraph because the Sundays gets triggered and they're able to kill the Jinx. We should also have attack with the Jinx, but I don't know if it's necessary, to be honest. But now they don't even get that, because, I mean, now we have the Absolver to protect the Jinx against the Rite of Arcane. So even if they get the second Seraph by triggering the Sarcophagus, but to trigger the Sarcophagus, they need another way to destroy the landmarks, so I don't even know that they have that either.
Your Emperor commands.
It's not safe.
We even get to kill his Seraph, because the opponent decided to give it to us. So the opponent decided to attack with Seraph, which lets us kill the Seraph. So now we don't have to worry about that double Seraph condition that I was just speaking about. We do lose all our blockers. We do lose all our blockers, which is a problem. Okay. Alright, alright. I don't want to play this, because again, I want to keep it... I think it's more important for us to have this to buff the Jinx, so that the Jinx doesn't die to a Rite of Arcane. Opponent now needs to have a second Rite of Negation, which uses 4 mana. And doesn't have it. Needs to dig for the Rite of Arcane. Oh, they needed the space. They didn't have the board space for the Rolling Sands either, so that's why they couldn't start with the Rolling Sands first. So, a little bit dicey. We got lucky that the opponent never got the Rite of Arcane. But it's kind of funny how we were able to just kind of burn them out all the way from like 20 to 0 just between rockets and get excited. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Lulu Jinx. We have get excited to kill their Lulus, which I think is like the biggest thing that we probably have to worry about. I don't hate 1-0 presence. I do want to have more units though. So I'm going to keep this. We have Ekko, which we have 2 predicts to level up the Ekko. I want to have early units, but I do like keeping at least 1 0 mana predict. In case that we started drawing our Jinx early on, and also kind of adjust our hand however we need it. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go Ancient Preparation. I need blockers. And this will give me a blocker on the next attack, in the opponent's next attack after this one. Can also let me find something that I want to play on turn 3. The problem with Ekko is that the opponent plays Get Excited, right? So Ekko's going to be a little bit awkward. We haven't gotten our draw border here. Okay, so even if we get draw border here, it's not going to matter. Man, this is kind of rough. I think I cannot go for my championships yet. I think I have to try to level up the Ekko at least and play him when I have Rite of Negation enabled and at least be able to get the Voice of the Risen trigger. Don't think I need the Scrying Sands just yet. I think I want to have the Predict from the Ancient Preparations. Because it is a blocker that's going to count for us. And there we go. Now there's a chance that we might go for the Jinx. Or is it actually the Bakai? Because I am going to have a lot of... You know what? I'm going to keep the Jinx. It's going to be hard to clear the board. But I think the Jinx is going to give me a lot of value later on as the game continues. I can play Ekko and force the opponent to try to Mystic the Ekko. And then we have the Scrying Sands to level him up. I could play the Jinx as well and bait out the Get Excited now. This is 6 damage that we need to protect against. Oh well, I'm not gonna play into that Lulu like that, unfortunately. So now there's gonna be 3. Wow, that kind of sucks now. Because the opponent could easily have access to, even if I play this, the opponent could easily have access to a Poke Stick, right? I cannot play Ekko. I think I have to take this damage. I have to take this damage. I can go for the Scrying Sands at least. Stop some of the damage from coming through. We also get a blocker now, so that's amazing.
Real good to see you.
So we get to block and we get to defend 2 damage that we wouldn't have defended otherwise. We get to play Ekko now. Access to Rider Negation and have 2 blockers in our field that we can use. The problem here is that I really I mean, I guess I can attack,
Well, I'd be weirded out if I wasn't.
get the predict, kind of go from there. I really don't want to tap out a Rider Negation. Is what I'm getting at. So I really don't want to tap out a Rider Negation, but I feel like this is just so important for us to have as well.
Heading topside.
Yeah, I think this is also so important for, like, I need to have the Rider Negation because I need to be able to protect because I get excited. I would love to play the Voice of the Risen. I would love to play the Voice of the Risen. Yeah, I guess we can take the Chrono Break and now we can actually play the Voice of the Risen. Because if the opponent actually goes for the Get Excited, I can play the Chrono Break and get this back. The opponent just tapped out of answer, so I can play Forsaken Bakai. This gives me access to a Get Excited. This gives me access to the Headside Crystals, which might be more important, and it's also a cheaper unit that I can play. Opponent should kill this. Actually, opponent should kill the Boost of the Risen over everything first, right? But then the Chrono Break brings us back. We have Chrono Break with Rider Negation backup, so I think I'm okay right now. Yeah, opponent should kill this first, but no matter what, they have to second. I don't think I agree with that. Yeah, I don't think I agree with this play. Tiny Spear? What is that gonna do for you? I just get to clear your whole board. Yeah, I don't even care about losing all my units. I'm just gonna Chrono Break. Like, I'm always gonna Chrono Break here, so I don't care about losing all my units. We're gonna play the cat first, then Chrono Break, then Time Trick. Because we still have 4, 7, 8. Yeah, we have exactly. Ooh, wait. We missed. I forgot. We didn't lose. Oh, no. We're fine. We're fine. We're bringing back 5. We Chrono Break. For some reason, I thought I had messed up my curve. But that's not true. I have enough here. Opponents should have a way to clear their hand. And this should win us the game. We even have access to a second Chrono Break. Opponent even tapped out of the Get Excited. Yeah, opponent does get a lot of blockers. I will give them that. There's a chance that if I hit the crystal here, I just play it out, right? Like, if I hit the crystal here, it's probably better to just play that out. That way we get rid of the blockers. Okay, we don't hit the crystal. Doesn't matter what we pick here. I'm gonna clear everything out. We have enough to play another Chrono Break if we draw it from Ekko. If we had the crystal, this would have been lethal because we could have cleared their blockers and then push lethal damage. But again, doesn't matter which way the opponent's blocks. We have so much value here. They don't want to block the 1 health units, I guess, because they're relying on the Jinx level up. But I mean, this is the best block that you can have because it's what is buffed up by the Boost of the Risen. Or I guess they're doing it this way so that we don't have space to bring back the Boost of the Risen if we hit another Chrono Break. But we don't need the Boost of the Risen to win if we hit another Chrono Break. Like, if we hit another Chrono Break, we just win the game. We don't hit the Chrono Break, but we hit the Get Excited. So we can play Jinx, have Get Excited and Rider Negation mana, and just finish the game this way. Technically, I should have probably leveled up Jinx first by playing the Chronomancer and then get excited, but I want to have access to Rana Negation. Yuri Rig. So we're gonna get excited at Jinx. Yeah, we're gonna get excited at Jinx. Is that the best way to do it? Yeah, let's get excited at Jinx. That way the opponent doesn't level up their Jinx. We have another Ekko trigger here. Unfortunately, we're not able to level up our own Jinxes yet. But if we just hit the second Chrono Break, we still win. And we still have Rana Negation as well. Opponent could have their second Jinx as well, but I don't think they have enough space to actually clear. And we hit the Chrono Break anyways. And that's game. It took us enough predicts, right? This Ekko, I guess it's not the same Ekko because we got to revive the Ekko. But Ekko ended up getting a lot of value in this matchup, which is obviously what we're going for, so GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Leona and Katarina. I like the Falling Feline. I think the Headset Crystal is really important. The Ekko also seems really good. The opponent doesn't have a lot of great ways to deal with Ekko. I think I'm gonna keep this hand. I think I'm gonna keep this whole hand and kind of go from there. Here we can play the Falling Feline and then go for the Feral Prescience right away. And potentially hit the Headset Crystal right from the start. We also get a good blocker into their Saboteur, so that's not bad. Maybe it was actually correct not to attack into it because we have access to Scrying Sands, but I don't think I need to like rush into it. We can Feral Prescience. We can Feral Prescience, try to hit the crystal. Even if we don't hit the crystal, we can just try to hit something else that we want to play, like the Forsaken Bakai, which is another good blocker. So the Forsaken Bakai is another good blocker that also gives us another predict towards the Ekko level up. Okay, cool. I'm still gonna go... Still gonna prevent you from attacking, right? I'm still gonna prevent you from attacking. Okay, so how many more predicts do we need? We have done 1, 2, we have 3, 4. We don't need any more predicts. So what if we actually go for the Voice to the Risen? What if we actually go for the Voice to the Risen? We could also just go like this first. I mean, I guess we can bounce it back with a careful prep. Yeah, we can bounce back the Voice to the Risen with a careful prep anyways, and have access to the Scrying Sands for next turn. We get another one. Let's go Tantric. Let's go Tantric. And we can attack with both here. If the opponent wants to block, I'm okay with either one of these blocks.
Ready.
Wow. Crazy that we haven't hit the Headset Crystal though, which is a little bit unfortunate. But we will have Ekko now enable, which is really good. And we still have pretty good blockers against like the Sun Guardian. The good thing as well is that we will have Ekko on our attack, on our open attack, without having to worry about the opponent having a stun. We can block here, block there, and we're okay. Pigeon. Alright. The opponent taps out a Pale Cascade, right? The opponent just tapped out a Pale Cascade. How crazy is it to actually kill...
These are my streets.
The opponent just tapped out a Pale Cascade. How crazy is it to actually kill this guy? I'm gonna skip it. I think it's actually correct to kill the Sun Guardian, because most of these lists are not playing like block, right? So I think I can go ahead and kill the Sun Guardian now before it gets bigger. That way we can just open attack. It's still crazy to me though that we're not hitting the Headset Crystal, so that's okay. But that's okay, you know? Sometimes you get a little bit unlucky. Come on, like, what am I supposed to do with all of this? Let's go Chronomancer so that we have more like actual physical blockers. And another chance to hit the Headset Crystal. We can open attack with Ekko here so that we play around the stun. Opponent will have to commit Fervor to actually be able to kill this Ekko. Doesn't go for it. Can play Time Trick and another Time Trick.
No going back.
Oh yeah, if you want to kill this Ekko, be my guess. Yeah, if you want to kill this Ekko, be my guess. I'm gonna skip.
Right, I remember this.
Because we have a second Ekko anyways. We could even actually play out the Time Trick. Opponent might be tempted not to. Okay, they still go for it. They still go for it, which is crazy to me. I think we have to look for Headside Crystal. So I'm gonna go Time Trick first. Ooh. Chronomancer, because I want to Headside Crystal the whole unit, and there we go. We finally got it. We finally got it. I guess let's go Feline, so that we have access to another Headside Crystal later. I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it now before the opponent can do the Pigeon. They could have Pale Cascade to save Katarina, but I'm okay with that. I just want to make sure that I kill their Pigeon right now. We have the second Ekko. We hit the Predict after like ages. We can play the Falling Feline.
First light illuminates the land.
Have another Ekko after the opponent attaches the Leona, and try to get value this way again. Now the problem here, actually, no, I need, if the opponent does have Fervor here, it's a little bit annoying because then we will lose the Ekko. Like if the opponent hits the Fervor here, we will lose the Ekko.
Unwavering strength.
Because they could kill they could Fervor in their Leona to be able to kill the Ekko. They graciously put the Leona at 5 HP so that our Ekko can attack. They don't play the Fervor, so I guess we go ahead and attack with the Ekko.
Turn it like so.
I'm gonna attack with everything this time, because if I get excited, we can punish that. Opponent could have Pale Cascade here, in which case we're gonna have to play the Scrying Sands. Oh wait, the Scrying Sands doesn't work, right? We just let it go and then we just go to Predict. For some reason I thought the Scrying Sand was gonna let our Ekko live, but that's not true. Opponent already used the Daybreak, so they don't have a way to stun, and they also lost out. Let's play the Falling Feline so that we get another cat. They also lost out on the they also lost out on the draw from Pale Cascade and the Daybreak from Leona. So now we have another good chance to join our Headside Crystal or Chrono Break. I guess we get Ekko. Do we care about Ekko? What if it's just Jinx at this point to just burn them out? Might just be Jinx at this point. Let's go second Time Trick first. See if we get the Chrono Break. We get the Headside Crystal at least. Still no Chrono Break. Headside Crystal. No Headside Crystals, man. I want the third one. Alright, whatever. Whatever.
This timeline, we're sure to save Ekko.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it now. Wait, I only have 2 actually. I didn't have 3. Did I play 3 cats? Maybe that was the only one that was there. 1. Huh. Regardless, opponent has no board. Opponent has no board. We can level up Jinx here exactly with the Chronomancer plus the Jinx, plus the Scrying Sands. I don't even care about losing units here.
When we look ahead, we know how to
Absolver is a burst speed spell, that's why I want to pick it.
Let the blood.
So I want to pick the Absolver because it's a burst speed spell. Let's go here. It has to be exactly Fervor plus Blaze Edge to be able to kill my Jinx. And even if they have Fervor plus Blaze Edge, that means that they're losing one of their units. So, cool.
It's just an egg.
Go here. Oh wait, we predicted the Absolver away anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But at this point, we just win by burning it out with Jinx. And we even get a Chrono Break. We have Rana Negation. So, GG's. In this match, we're going against Leona Aphelios. Access to Vengeance, and obviously Leona herself, does make this matchup a little bit awkward for us. I think I like discarding everything. I think I want to have my units to predict with instead of having the time tricks and spells like that. We can play Ancient Prep first.
We were peaceful once.
Nah, let's play the Bakai now. I don't want to take that damage if I don't need to. Next time we can play the Falling Feline.
It's our time.
Yeah, I don't need, if I don't need to, I can just do this, right? We can play the Falling Feline into Ancient Prep and start digging for a Headset Crystal.
My path flashes!
Although Headset Crystal is not as powerful in this matchup because the opponent doesn't really have a lot of aggressive options, but it's still good enough to, I think, make it worth it. Opponent playing Quietus here is not bad for them because there's not really a lot of good Quietus targets. So I understand exactly where they're coming from. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, I missed 1 point of damage, by the way. That's on me. I passed too fast. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Jinx. Yeah, that was on me. I missed that point of damage. There's Aphelios coming down. Cool. This is only... I only need to worry about Leona here. So I only need to worry about Leona here. All of these are a little bit awkward. I don't hate having the Jinx. I don't hate having the second Jinx. Having access to a second Get Excited is not bad. Okay. Send them. Do I Get Excited now?
A crescent path opens before us.
There's a chance that I'm supposed to Get Excited now. I'm gonna Get Excited now. And use the second Jinx to just level her up next turn. Opponent can have a second Aphelios. And I'm okay with that.
They forced us to choose death or the
As long as it's not Leona here, I can easily play out my second Jinx. Now, the opponent could also have access to... Oh, that's not what I care about. And now I can easily just kill that, right? So now we have exactly what we're looking for. We can get excited the Aphelios. Get the Rocket. And even Pill Cascade doesn't save him anymore. Boom. That's 2 Aphelios down. The opponent loses at least 1 blocker, potentially 2, depending on what they get here. And our Jinx is enabled. Yeah, I'm sorry, opponent. Yeah, that's why I wanted to pick the Get Excited. Like, oh, and they do lose the second blocker. Also, they didn't get the mana back, so we know that the opponent has no other Nightfall units, meaning that they don't have the big Overwhelm unit, and they don't have another Aphelios in their hand. Or Pill Cascade, which we knew they didn't have because if they had a Pill Cascade, they would have used it earlier. So this is going to be 5 damage here because the opponent's going to block the Jinx. Oh, Quietus again. Okay, so it's going to be 3 damage because the opponent's going to block the Jinx. I don't want to... Oh, man. Okay, Running Negation is not bad. So we can... The problem here is that I cannot actually get the Rocket. But I can save the Jinx. So I cannot get a Rocket, but I can save the Jinx against anything that the opponent has. Because getting the Rocket here makes no sense. We cannot play it. So I guess I might as well just keep the Running Negation. Which is kind of rough. And we also had a Headset Crystal now. Okay, opponent surrender anyways. We don't even have the Rocket. Opponent, we didn't have the Rocket. Oh, just play it out. They really thought we had the Rocket. Even if we had a card that we could play, the moment that we drew the Headset Crystal, opponent should have stayed in the game because that's an additional card we need to play to get the Rocket. So GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's games. You see exactly what this deck can do. It's very combo. You saw some game where Ekko can kind of just take over. You see some games where Jinx just kind of takes over. Honestly, winning with Jinx Rockets is always so nice. Such a nice feeling. So I'm glad that we got to have a couple of games where we got to do exactly just that. You end up having a lot of utility in this deck that you don't see in other Draven Jinx or Lulu Jinx decks. So that's also why I like it a lot. And the predictions just carry us. Completely carry us, adding a lot of consistency to the deck. In terms of mulligan, really, I like going for a lot of early predicts, right? So you want to keep your Ancient Preparation, in my opinion. I like the Falling Feline, keeping early on as well. Forsaken Bakai, Aspiring Chronomancer. So I'm looking for Ancient Prep, Falling Feline, Forsaken Bakai, and Aspiring Chronomancer to kind of get my prediction started. I actually prefer keeping the units instead of keeping stuff like Tantric, because at least the units give me blockers that I can actually use to block the opponent's units. I don't like keeping a lot of my expensive cards. I get excited both to the risk and the Rider Negation. Jinx, Ekko, and Ekko depends. I don't mind keeping Ekko if I already have a lot of early predict units. Otherwise, I think it's correct to just kick them both and just try to get them later on in the game once you actually have the way to level them up and have them enabled. So that would be my suggestion in terms of mulligan. But enough about that for me today. Hope you all enjoyed today's games, and if you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post a lot of videos every single day. It's a different deck every single day, so you can always find something fresh to find in our channel. You can also follow us on Twitch at Twitch Sirturmund, where we stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again tomorrow.